Welcome to 2-Minute Tips to Thrive at 2, day 97. So we started talking about getting organized yesterday and an overview of how to set up files and get rid of your paper. Because from what I have learned from people, paper is one of the biggest nightmares. So I gave you several ideas that came from several different people and my own experience. And one was multicolored file folders. Then I told you about David Allen, and David Allen would honestly say, just plain old manila file folders, they're usually stronger than the colored ones, and it doesn't matter if you've only got one set of files. I'm going to vary a little bit from David. Most of my files happen to be Toastmaster files because that's what I spend a good part of my time doing. The second largest bit of files I have are my business files. And so I do keep them separate, and then everything else, all my personal, everything I want to keep there is all in another set. So that would be like my home files and my office files. And he no longer says, I must have learned wrong. He doesn't say just the one side. He says, just buy the cheap third cut manila file folders. So next he says, keep your files within arm's reach. Because when you need to file something, if you have to get up to go do it, you won't. Number 2, keep your label maker. I know I won't go print a file label on my computer, but if I have a label maker, I'll type it out, and then it's in big print so I can read it without my glasses. Be prepared, he says, to file every piece of paper. Because rather than piling it up, if you file it and you remember the name you file it under and it's all alphabetical, you'll know where it is. That way when you need it, you can find it. If you're worried that you need it on your desk to remind you to do something, then give yourself a note in your reminders, in your calendar, and on your to-do list. Then how do you tackle the monster in the office of all the paper? You've got these files, you've got these piles, and Lord knows what else you have. Start in one corner and work your way around. Now he suggests no hanging files. You've got old-fashioned files, you've got plain old files, because not many of our files are that fat that we really need them all to be hanging, and then you need to label them twice. So I'm starting to do that, and I'm starting over. So I'm starting with the first file group that I walk into in my office, and I'm going to go just chronologically clockwise around the room, paper to paper to paper to paper, and I'll have 2 empty file cabinets to start with that are different than the ones I have now. So that's it for piles and files and papers and lions and tigers and bears, oh my. And tomorrow I'm going to sort out not how to file, but what files to keep for financial records. I did spend 30 years as a certified financial planner, so I will give you a little bit of financial filing advice to go along with getting organized. In the meantime, stay home as much as you can, filing. Stay healthy, stay happy, be kind to everyone you meet, and by all means, thrive every day. See you tomorrow for the great What Financial Records to Keep Day.